This is All India Radio. In the program Insight, we now bring you a discussion on drone technology, a book for mankind. The participants are Dr. Senthil Kumar, Director, Center for Aerospace Research, Anna University, and Sharma, journalist.
Drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle. In India, we have seen the focus on drones over the last couple of years. In fact, the annual beating retreat ceremony this year saw first of its kind show of nearly 1,000 made in India drones. The drone space has got renewed focus with the drone rules of 2021, which made the paperwork lighter, and 120 crore rupees PLI scheme and a DigiSky platform have been catalysts with investors coming forward for the sector. Today, we are joined by Dr. Senthil Kumar, Director, Center for Aerospace Research, Anna University. Firstly, how do you view this entire renewed focus on the drone sector by the Indian government in the context of the current geopolitical situation?
First of all, I would like to say something about our drones. It's an 100 years technology revolution. Drones are not new. While development of airplanes happened in 1907, when Wright brothers did the aeroplane technology, then it came into the commercial within 50 years. That's why we are enjoying the transportation of passengers and transportation of goods from one place to another place with a bigger aeroplane. So in a similar way, drones have been started to utilize in many years ago, but nowadays it has got its own way and attracted by many of the industries. For example, the drones will be useful for agriculture in case of spraying the pesticide or growth material, or let us say the finding the health of the crop. Nowadays what we are using, without knowing the health of the crop, we are using a lot of pesticides and we are making food as a more poisonous. It leads to cancer and it leads to many of the things. So in order to bring a precision agriculture technology, the drones is a powerful tool in turn which could be able to identify the disease in the farm so that you can easily say which in a particular crop, which part has been affected in terms of latitude and longitude. Only in a particular area only you can spray the pesticide. So this will reduce the cost of the pest as well as time, and a drone not at all required manpower for manual work. Using a certified drone pilot, we can operate the drones. In that way, agriculture will be useful. And the next level of this technology is the land mapping. That means revenue land record. Today, you may have your own land, but Government of India is taking initiative under Samatya scheme. Almost 6.5 lakh villages has been covered under this scheme. They wanted to make a new digital India by using a drones. So using a drone, you can take a picture, high resolution pictures. It's around some 3 to 4 centimeter in resolution. The pictures will be processed. That means geotagged images. These geotagged images will be converted into the map. The map again will be matched with the existing FMB, that is the FMB sketches, and a new digital map has been developed. Once it has been completed, then it's a wonderful tool for farmers and the industries and landowners and also for any new development scheme regulators. So nowadays, if you want to make a survey of the land, you need to go to the surveyor and we need to get the approval. They will do the surveying work and finally your work has been done. But it's a long process. And whatever money you are paying, that also a huge money. So digital technology evolves, particularly the drone technology evolves. For 1 acre of land, you can measure using let us say 500 rupees is the minimum cost to get the map of the particular land or particular village. That is the next milestone. And the third one, the organ transportation and medical applications. And again, it may be useful for logistics support in case of emergency and other applications like deforestation. And another important application is Kisan drone. Government of India is taking a lot of initiatives for Kisan drones. I think in order to bring the Kisan drones into the field, particularly Honorable Prime Minister is taking a lot of effort, and a lot of drone companies, they are in the planning to put some manufacturing plant, and almost maybe in the next 3 years, that means 2025, the drones will reach almost 3 lakh villages. 3 lakh villages will get the drone benefit, and in turn it will bring about some 5 lakh job opportunities in rural as well as in urban areas.
So as you have rightly pointed out that the drones have found their usage across various fields, whether it's digital mapping, mining, logistics, e-commerce, healthcare facilities, defense, agriculture. And as you rightly pointed out, that the government has also focused on Kisan drones, which also found a mention in the union budget this year, where the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, she said that use of Kisan drones will be promoted for crop assessment, digitization of land records, spraying of insecticides and nutrients. In that regard, sir, currently there is an expectation, there is an estimate that India has about 6 lakh drones currently, and this figure is expected to grow 6 to 8 times over the next 5 to 8 years. And similarly, the revenue or the turnover of drone manufacturing industries is also set to cross 15,000 crore rupees by 2026. So overall, what is your assessment of the Indian drone manufacturing industry? Do we have enough companies? Do we have enough potential to meet this kind of demand across different fields, whether it's healthcare, whether it's defense or agriculture?
At present, we don't have that much infrastructure. We don't have that much manufacturing companies. Almost right now, what is happening is companies or traders or vendors, they are buying drones from the foreign entity. For example, it is from China and Taiwan and from other countries. So in order to meet our Indian demands, the companies should come forward, create their own manufacturing facilities, to create their own R&D service facilities, and Government of India also taking measures of creating a manpower in this field. Suppose even if you have a 3 lakhs drone with you, then who will operate? That is a big question. So initially it's a rocket science. Now we are bringing the rocket science into the Kisan level. So Government of India is taking a lot of steps towards everyone can use the Kisan drones. Now Government of India is taking 2 major steps. Number one, whenever you are flying a drone, you should have a drone pilot license. That is called a remote pilot certificate. Some of the agencies, they are offering a remote pilot certificate through a lot of training schools. And the Government of India has set up almost some 14 to 15 training organizations across India. So if you want to fly the drone, you should register with RPTO. It is called Remote Pilot Training Organization. You should register with this kind of RPTOs and take a training about minimum 7 to 10 days. They have a minimum fees. Once you pay the fees, they will teach about some 45 hours of theory about the drones. That means what are the kinds of drones are available. The drones starting from nano drones and the micro drones, small drones, medium drones, and larger drones. Based on the weight category, it has been defined in various levels. Then once you apply for a training, then they will teach you 45 hours of theory as per DGCA. That means Director General of Civil Aviation. 45 hours of theory and followed by simulator training and again followed by real-time flights. Once you complete this certificate, training institutes will offer the DGCA completion form. Using that form, you can apply to the D5 and finally your certificates will be generated. This is the process. If you want to fly the drone, definitely you should get a pilot license from any one of the certified institutes. Otherwise, it is illegal. Police may arrest. Otherwise, they will put a fine. This is the rule created by Government of India under UAS Rules 2021. Now I am planning to talk about the drone certification. Which drone you will buy? Because a lot of companies, they are importing a lot of components and integrating the parts and making the drone. Now, under UAS Rules 2021, whenever any Indian drones, that is the manufacturer has to get the UIN certificate. That means Unique Identification Number. It's like your car number. So every state you have a separate car number for the identification. In order to understand, it's very clear. To drive the vehicle, you need a driving license. So to drive the drones, you need a pilot license. Then just a comparison with a car. Just you take in India, how many cars are local and how many cars are imported, you know very well. There are so many brands. Let us say we have a Mahindra, we have a Tata, and we have a Nissan, like this. Various manufacturers. So like this, Ministry of Civil Aviation is released the rules for a type of the drone. Suppose a drone has to be fly in India, they need to get type certification. There is a body called QCI, Quality Council of India. There are about 100 plus tests you need to carry. In order to bring your drone into a licensed drone in India, that all the tests are mandatory, and Quality Council of India has identified 3 certification bodies. Suppose if you want to manufacture a drone in India, you need to fulfill all the requests. That means, for example, if there is an autopilot in the drone, how the autopilot should be tested. If there is a propulsion system in the drone, how the propulsion system should work. So if the company fulfills all the regulations, then finally the QCI will approve it's a type certified drone. That means after getting the approval, the drone will come with a type certification. Then you can, the people who want to do the business, they can buy the type certified drone and they can hire the pilots. That is a DGCA certified pilot, and you can start your business. So it has a lot of business potential. If anyone interested to start the drone business, what they have to do? Get a certified pilot. They should have a piloting license and they should have a certified drone. If you have these two things in your village, you can start a business very easily. It's a kind of doing a ease of business, and government is allowing to do the business. But you asked about the manufacturing and other infrastructure. Yes, we don't have such a manufacturing now. Now people are trying to give us. Such a big players are coming in. A lot of foreign entities are coming in. Maybe by 2020, by 2025, we have some very good infrastructure for making a drone, for giving a certificate to the remote pilot training organization. By 2030, as per Honorable Prime Minister's vision, then India becomes drone hub of the world, and about some 10 to 15 lakh youths will get a job. India has a very, very much power in a youth. India's advantage is youth power. If the youth has been trained towards the drone power, then we become number one in the world in terms of economy, as well as in terms of technology, as in terms of growth of India.
And as you rightly mentioned that it is estimated that the drone services industry is expected to generate over 5 lakh jobs in 3 years, and in fact 10,000 direct jobs also over the next 3 years. And in that regard, the government had also come up with the drone PLI scheme worth 120 crore rupees, where the incentive for a manufacturer of drones and drone components shall be as high as 20% of the value addition. So, of course, there are schemes coming up for promoting drone manufacturers. But also, as we are talking about the space of drones, there are also different other equipments, similar equipments coming up in the same space, such as counter UAVs, such as eVTOL operations. We are also talking about air taxis. So can you just explain to our listeners about the other use cases and what is the timeline by when we can also see more manufacturing of counter drones, flying air taxis in India?
About anti-drone technology, first of all, no, in India, drones are not flooded. We are talking about almost drones for civilian application. When, where to fly, when to fly, the details have been very clearly guided by Ministry of Civil Aviation. That means they release the R map. Indian drone map already they released. If you see the Indian, where you want to fly the drone, just you go to the platform called Digital Sky. That is a platform, website launched by Ministry of Civil Aviation. It is called Digital Sky. If you are standing in Delhi and in that place, you switch on phone and see where you are. It will show you whether you are in a flying zone or a non-flying zone. Let us say the Ministry of Civil Aviation has come up with the excellent idea of within 5 kilometers from the airport or from the secretariat or from any defense installation, it is called red zone areas. Then after that 5 to some 12 kilometers, they announce it as a red zone, yellow zone and green zone. So beyond 12 kilometers, you can fly anywhere else. Almost all of the drones have application in rural areas only. Ministry of Civil Aviation already given a very clear rules with UTM policy, Unmanned Traffic Management Policy. A lot of research and efforts are going on. A lot of companies involving in military drones for border surveillance, border security and protect our soldiers' lives and monitoring the enemy's movement. These are all military drones.
Absolutely, sir. So as you mentioned that the right ways to approach the expansion of drone technology would be first to initiate and extend the use of Kisan drones as well as cargo drones, and then maybe some years down the line to approach the subject of flying air taxis, which would be a safer version of an unmanned aerial vehicle carrying passengers, carrying people, and a less risk of loss of life in that, because there will be some kind of investment and some kind of research and development which would have already taken place via the cargo drones by then. With that, we come to the end of this discussion on the drone technology. Dr. Kumar, many thanks for joining us here.
Thank you.
You were listening to a discussion on Drone Technology, a book for mankind. The participants were Dr. Senthil Kumar, Director, Center for Aerospace Research, Anna University, and Anu Sharma, journalist. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. You can listen to it on our mobile app News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You may email your opinion about this program at airnsttalks@gmail.com.